Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we're looking at the Squad Pod. The Squad Pod was a Rebel Alliance modified escape pod used to transport Spec Force operatives. Characteristics wise, the Squad Pod was a one way means for transportation into a planet's surface with which a pod was programmed to automatically head towards its landing point. They could also perform evasive maneuvers, although usually a distraction was required to prevent them from being shot down. So this comes from Rules of Engagement, the Rebel Spec Force Handbook. We'll take a quick look at that, trying to figure out exactly which era this kind of comes in here. Um, uh, as I'm looking at this, so I'm going to take a wild guess that looking at the cover of this very well might be from yes. Oh, okay. So it is from West End Games from back in 1997. So it is a West End Games book. So it is directly from West End Games. Just kind of looking at this, but it is an ingenious idea. Just saying, hey, it's a hot area. We can't quickly get there, so we will just put you into a escape pod and send you down and go from there. So let's take this over to the actual stats that we get from West End Games. So this is a Rebel Alliance squad pod from the Rebellion era. Again, this is coming from the Rules of Engagement Rebel Spec Force Handbook, page 48. This is also a modified escape pod at Starfighter scale. It is only about 6 meters long, so it's got some size to it, but not overly big. There's no skill, no crew needed. It's all automated, and we can carry about 10 people in there, so 10 troopers, trying to get them onto the ground on a hostile planet. Cargo capacity, we have 100 kilograms for cargo available, and has enough consumables for 1 day for them to be able to make their journey down to the planet. We do have a maneuverability of 2D for the computer programming to try and dodge things a little bit. Has a space of 10, so it is fairly quick. Uh, Pretty well on par with what we're going to look at with our TIE fighters and the like. So it's not to say that a TIE fighter couldn't be sent out to engage it, but it's going to be traveling already at the same speed as a TIE fighter, so a TIE fighter would be hard pressed to try and catch up to it. So if you think of it in those regards, atmosphere wise, we can go 1,200 kilometers per hour. This is for the drop, and it has a hull of 1D, so not the most robust hull, although this is at starfighter scale, so it is a little bit more durable than a speeder would be. Now, the key note here: the pods are automatic. They head towards their landing point at full speed with evasive maneuvers programmed in. So hopefully, with the evasive maneuvers going left, right, up, down, whatever it needs to do, whoever may be shooting at this, as we see especially in um, A New Hope, where they're kind of shooting escape pods that may have had people in them, uh, looking at it in that regard, trying to keep people from escaping from the Empire. So, um, all in all, just trying to get people into a hostile area in a hot landing zone as safe as we can, with the least amount of loss for people, equipment, and the like. So, with that, I mean, it's a smaller vessel here, but it is something that's been used in the Star Wars universe. I would not be too surprised if they didn't use this in one of the novels. So just keeping it in there, but it wasn't listed on the Wikipedia for being there, but it is one of those things. So with that, thanks for visiting. It's always appreciated. Hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.